Vítáme vás tentokrát v naší kuchyni v středisku času Tymy. Máme tady naši kamarádku Aminu. Amina pochází z Nigérie a dnes vám Amina připraví speciální nigerijské jídlo, protože umí výborně vařit a má opravdu spoustu výborných specialit. Tak se na to moc těším a doufám, že si to s Aminou užijeme. Vy procvičte angličtinu a také se něco naučíte. Takže Amino, pustíme se do toho. Jo? Tak super.
Hello everyone, I hope you are doing okay. Today I'm going to cook a typical Nigerian food, which we actually call it fufu, semo fufu, or semovita, or semolina. But actually, I went for shopping and I couldn't find the appropriate flour to cook. So instead I use this flour, and I guess this flour is made up of wheat. But if you want to try this recipe, I would advise you to buy either rice flour or corn flour, because that is the actual flour we use to make this type of recipe. But I don't know what they call it in Czech, but I think this flour is made up of wheat, with the call pardon my Czech language, krupička. Yeah, that is the flour. And I'm just using 500 grams of the flour. So if you want to measure it, just 500 grams of the flour. I may add more flour, I don't know, but just the measurement. And then this particular tuna steak, instead of this tuna steak, we normally use fish. To make this particular recipe to be cost effective, so instead I use tuna steak, but you can use that as well, but we actually use tilapia fish, catfish, and meat as well. But the choice is yours, because I don't like meat, so I will just simply use tuna steak. In addition to that, this vegetable broth, we don't usually use it back in our country. There's a particular seasoning that we use, which they call Maggi. If you go to Prague, you'll find it maybe in African shop, Prague. But I simply took 2 cubes of vegetable broth and I simply mix it with water, and that's what I'm going to add to make the sauce. So I'm going to make fufu. That's what it's called. That is corn fufu, semo fufu with spinach soup. And the soup is going to be kind of a typical African soup, so it's going to be spicy, but not too hot, because there will be some people who try the recipe so that they will not feel they will not feel like, oh, it's too hot. They cannot try maybe a very hot chili like that. Unlike Africans who love chili, so most Czech people, I notice, they don't really like chili that is too hot. So already the pan is on there. So as you can see, the pan is on the stove. So I'm going to cook this particular soup, medium heat, while the water here is boiling to make the semo fufu. And if you want to know the measurement of the water, it's just 4 cups of water here. But I'm not going to use all the water. I'm not so sure, but you will see. Just watch and see what I'm going to do. And this is olive oil. You can use any oil of your choice. It's up to you. Back in our country, we use palm oil or vegetable oil, granite, vegetable oil. Yeah, palm oil, vegetable oil. But this is olive oil. It's not necessary, but the choice is yours. And here, I have tomato, just 1 tomato, 1 onion, and I can't remember what and 1 pepper, sweet pepper. This is what they call sladka paprika. So 1 sweet pepper, 1 tomato, and 1 onion. So here is it. I'm going to add oil first, maybe 2 teaspoons of oil, or maybe approximately 3. I usually just measure with my eyes. And then, moment, please. Something. Okay, so now is the tomato paste. You can use anyone in your choice. Be careful with this. very hot, so you have to be very careful. And then I'll quickly add this water broth. The oil is in there, tomato paste, and then just leave it there for maybe a few minutes, like maybe 1 minute or about 2 minutes, and then you add this, the onion, the pepper, and the tomato. And you mix them all together. And then this is just going to be like my measuring spoon. So 1 teaspoon of chicken spice, or chicken spice, just 1 teaspoon of it. I don't know what this spice is called in English, but I'll just put it there. Just any spice of your choice. You don't have to follow the exact spice I'm using. Any spice of your choice. You can use black pepper, you can use garlic. So yes, garlic. Maybe just half teaspoon of garlic, because some people don't like garlic, the smell of it. And then sweet pepper. Sweet pepper. Maybe 1 teaspoon of it. I don't want it to make it too spicy, so I need to be very careful. And then, because I'm not using the particular spice we normally use back in my country, so I'll just use a teaspoon of brown sugar. Yeah, a teaspoon of it. And that's all. And then salt as well. I don't like too much salt, but that's all. I'm not going to use the salt again. And that's all the ingredients. And then I'll add more water. Add more water to make it cook properly. And mix them thoroughly. And now that the water is hot, I'm going to off the spot. The tuna steak, I've already cleared up the spices because I'm not going to use them again. Maybe extra little bit of salt, but I will test it. The choice is yours, depending on how you, I don't know how to describe it. Depend on how you like your sauce, how sweet you want your sauce to be. So the choice is yours. You don't have to follow the exact measurement I use for the spices. You don't have to follow the measurement I use for the tomatoes. So the choice is yours. I'm just giving you the guidelines of what, if you want to follow the exact recipe. The choice is yours for the exact measurement. That's what I meant. So the tuna steak is in the pot. I mean, in the pan now, and then I would taste it to see. I mean, to check how it's going to taste. Pardon my I don't know. Just yeah, it's very tasty, like home. So I'm going to add the final ingredient, and that's the spinach. And this is just, if you want to know, it's just a bag of spinach, about 125 grams of spinach. So that is what is in here, in the pan. So I'm going to mix it thoroughly. Mix it very well. It's very important. This is what they call spinach soup back in my country. Kind of now, so so pardon me if I'm not talking kind of loud. Okay, so you can see this is how it looks like. You can see this is how it looks like. Now just simply add a little bit of maybe, depends, like I said, it depends on the amount of salt you want, but I just felt I should add more, and that's all. Remember, we use fish, not tuna steak, like tilapia fish and catfish. And remember, we have a typical seasoning we use, whether usually they call it Maggi cubes or non-cubes. So I use the vegetable broth, and I use 2 vegetable broth, and I add 1 teaspoon of sugar. Remember that we don't add sugar, we don't usually add sugar into the sauce. It's because we have a particular seasoning cubes, but I had to add sugar here. That's the brown sugar, but the choice is yours. You can add honey if you want, you can add white sugar, the choice is yours. And then the spices is also your choice. You might add how would I put it, cumin spice, garlic, ginger, black pepper, red pepper, what else? Chicken spice as well, the one that is mixed. Chicken spice, just the one that is mixed. So you can add all that. I'm just kind of reminding you so that you know what I actually put in here. And that's all. So we leave it for extra few minutes to be properly cooked. And now is the water. As you can see, the water is hot, so I'm going to reduce the water. This is a particular spatula we use back in Nigeria, but I don't know if they have it in the Czech Republic, but it doesn't matter. You can use this spatula or this spatula, but I prefer this spatula because I'm used to it. So I don't want to add too much water, it's just this quantity first, then I can add if it's necessary for me. So first of all, this is the flour. Just look. And then I mix it thoroughly. Just mix it like this. So I need more water, so I'll add. Oh. And then let me more water. Because I don't know how many people will try it, so I'll add more flour. Yeah, this is fine. So I need more water. Pardon me, the kitchen is in a mess now. So you just mix it thoroughly to make sure that you can use your hands to guide. This particular recipe, semo fufu or semovita or semolina, it's a bit quite complicated. I don't know how to explain it, but just watch what I'm doing so that you can see how I'm able to turn it and how it's going to look like. So I will add extra water, just added extra water, and then I'm kind of leaving it to cook for maybe about 2 to 3 minutes. And then I'll come back and check and mix it again, come back and check and mix it again until I I get what I'm actually looking for. Okay, so now as you can see, after 3 to 5 minutes, the soup is ready. So now we are waiting for extra few minutes for the semon fufu or semolina or semovita, whatever you like to call it. Remember that it's best to use rice flour or corn flour. So as you can see, you can leave this for about 3 to 5 minutes as well, and then you turn it thoroughly. You have to use your energy to mix this thing. You have to use all your energy. It's not easy, but look how it looks like mashed potato. Yeah, it looks like mashed potato, but we normally eat this with this. That's how we eat back in our country, with fish or meat, but I don't like meat, so I use fish instead. So as you can see, it's ready. So maybe Yarika can come and try it. She can try it. Moment. She can come and try it. So I'll take a spoon. I'll take a spoon from here. It's very hot, yes, but then with small soup, and she will eat it with it. So she will tell us how the food tastes like.
Very nice food.
So she can, yeah, she can try it and testify if it's tasty or not. Although it's very hot. That's good to know. She likes it. So that's the recipe. It's very healthy, good if you want to lose weight. So that's all for today. I hope you can try it and tell me how it's going to taste like, and write it in the comments below. Have a nice day. Bye.